For the materials of your DIY terrarium, you're going to need a recycled 2-liter bottle, pebbles, potting soil, seeds, scissors, and water. I have a recycled 2-liter bottle, my pebbles that'll help with the drainage, and my potting soil. We're going to start by preparing our bottle, and this is where the adults will help. I made a small incision with an X-Acto knife to be able to get my scissors in so that I can cut our bottle in half. And now we have 2 halves of a bottle, a top half and a bottom half. Our next step is to make 4 short cuts going up from the cut edge of the top half of your bottle. The next step is to prepare the bottom half of the bottle. So we're going to take our pebbles, take a large handful, and just place those in the bottom of the container. The pebbles are a very important step. Leaving the pebbles at the bottom allows space for the water to drain through the soil. And speaking of soil, you're going to want to get that ready for our next step. I'm going to use a small shovel, but you can also use your hands. And we're going to fill up our bottle until it reaches just before the edge of the container. After we've filled up our bottles, we can make a small hole where we're going to add our marigold seeds. Making sure they're going to be nice and cozy for their new home. And these are our marigold seeds. Did you know that this is what marigold seeds looked like? What did they remind you of when you saw them? They kind of reminded me of a paintbrush. And now our seeds are ready to go into their new home. We've made our hole for them so they have a nice place to sit. I'm going to add 3 seeds and give them a little bit of space in between. Next, we're going to gently but firmly press the soil down to make sure they're nice and snug. And then we're going to add some water to moisten the soil and make sure it's nice and damp for our seeds. And you'll notice once you start watering, the water is going to drain all the way to the bottom, and this drainage is what's going to help your marigold grow. And don't forget to add your lid back on to the top half of your bottle. And next we're going to add the top half to the bottom half using the slits that we cut to help us secure it on there. And I made my cuts a little too short, so I'm going back in with my scissors to make them longer. Now that you have your top half ready, you can go ahead and secure it on the bottom half using the slits that you cut to help you. And now you have your very own DIY terrarium. I'm just taking a piece of tape and I'm going to add the plant name on it so that everyone will know that I'm growing marigolds. After you've planted your marigold seed, it's going to take about 7 to 14 days to sprout. And once it sprouts, you can move it to a warmer location with light and remembering to keep the soil damp. Once you've planted your marigolds, these guys enjoy lots and lots of sun, and they do well in dry or moist soil. The watering will depend on which kind of container and environment they grow in. Marigolds will attract insects such as ladybugs and hoverflies that will help protect your plants and your marigolds from pests. The marigolds will also attract pollinators such as bees. Marigolds can become great companion plants because they can protect your foods from pests such as cabbage worms and hornworms, or any other pests or insects that might want to munch on your food. Marigolds can be planted with cucumbers, squash, and tomatoes. I wonder how many days will your marigold take to sprout? Enjoy your marigolds, everyone. Bon appetit!